Good morning from DHB, Devotion, Health and Beauty Recovery Network. I am Day. Walk with me on the recovery journey of hope, renewal, resilience, and self-reflection. With these daily affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations. Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. April 1st. Looking within, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 42. Step 4 is the vigorous and painstaking effort to discover what the liabilities in each of us have been and are. I want to find exactly how, when, and where my natural desires have warped me. I wish to look squarely at the unhappiness this has caused others and myself. By discovering what my emotional deformities are, I can move toward their correction. Without a willing and persistent effort to do this, there can be little sobriety or contentment for me. To resolve ambivalent feelings, I need to feel a strong and helpful sense of myself. Such an awareness doesn't happen overnight, and no one's self-awareness is permanent. Everyone has the capacity for growth and for self-awareness through an honest encounter with reality. When I don't avoid issues but meet them directly, always trying to resolve them, they become fewer and fewer. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, April 1st. I've heard acceptance mentioned at meetings as one part of the 3 A's: awareness, acceptance, and action. However, I am inclined to try to jump from awareness to action without even pausing for acceptance. My thinking goes like this: something's wrong. Quick, let me fix it before I have to feel any discomfort. The problem is that until I accept the situation, defect, or memory that has come to my awareness, I can rarely take effective action or live serenely with the consequences. The action doesn't work or it makes things worse, and I feel helpless and hopeless. Even if it does work, I am usually too full of self-doubt to realize it. Most of the time, I still have to go back, sit still, feel the feelings, and come to some acceptance. It helps to be reminded that my higher power already accepts me and my situation and loves me on the bad days as well as the good. Today's reminder: moving from awareness to acceptance to action takes time, but the benefits are worth the wait. As I learn to accept my defects, circumstances, and feelings, I learn that I am a worthwhile human being just as I am. With that kind of self-acceptance, I begin to see my options, and slowly I can begin to take action to change. There is a quote. Someone suggested I stop concentrating on changing myself and think first about accepting myself. That gave me the boost I needed. From Alateen, A Day at a Time. Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, April 1st. Love and Addiction. Some of us first saw the effects of addiction on the people closest to us. We were very dependent on them to carry us through life. We felt angry, disappointed, and hurt when they found other interests, friends, and loved ones. Basic text, page 7. Addiction affected every area of our lives. Just as we sought that drug that would make everything all right, so we sought people to fix us. We made impossible demands, driving away those who had anything of worth to offer us. Often the only people left were those who were themselves too needy to be capable of denying our unrealistic expectations. It's no wonder that we were unable to establish and maintain healthy, intimate relationships in our addiction. Today, in recovery, we've stopped expecting drugs to fix us. If we still expect people to fix us, perhaps it's time to extend our recovery program to our relationships. We begin by admitting we have a problem, that we don't know the first thing about how to have intimate relationships. We seek out members who've had similar problems and have found relief. We talk with them and listen to what they share about this aspect of their recovery. We apply the program to all our affairs, seeking the same kind of freedom in our relationships that we find throughout our recovery. Just for today, loving relationships are within my reach. Today, I will examine the effects of addiction on my relationships so that I can begin seeking recovery. Today, Emotions Anonymous, April 1st. Reflection for today. Guilt comes from a violation of our value system. Guilt says, I made a mistake. I can ask forgiveness. Shame comes from an attitude of falling short, of being inadequate, worthless, and helpless. We can recognize shame by such thoughts as, how can anyone like me? I am sicker than others. I am a bad person. Shame is our biggest obstacle to growth because it is tied to who we are. Certainly, we cannot rid ourselves of who we are by asking forgiveness. Shame can be overcome when we realize that although we make mistakes, we are not bad people. As we are able to distinguish between guilt and shame, our growth can continue. Meditation for today. Let me be aware today of how I speak to myself. Remind me that I am lovable. Today I will remember. Guilt says I made a mistake. Shame says I am a mistake. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. April 1st. Step work. If we are diligent in working ACA's 12 steps, miracles occur that we could not imagine. BRB, Big Red Book, page 156. As we begin our step work, we may still have found ourselves thinking about others much more than ourselves. We looked for places to plug in to get the excitement we were used to. We hit up the inner drugstore and binged on the fruits of our crime. It was fun until it wasn't fun anymore. As we have become more grounded in ACA, we are more relaxed in how we see things. We know we are not responsible for the world. We have patience with ourselves, knowing that we don't do our recovery work perfectly. We lighten up on our perfectionist attitudes. We realize the unrealistic goals that may have been set for us long ago, either by ourselves or others. As we cruise through the steps, trusting our fellow travelers and ourselves, we also experience our higher power's love unfolding in us one day at a time. We know that we are not alone. This profound gift of recovery allows us to see the abuse that we tried to deny for so long. We value this process of self discovery as we learn to reparent ourselves with the love and understanding we have always needed and deserved. The affirmation reads: On this day, I will acknowledge and appreciate my progress in each step of this journey, whether I am on step 1 or step 12. Please like, share, subscribe, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time. And I thank you for walking this journey with me.